Hey, somebody say, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yo. Yo. Say it is so. Say it is so. I just saw this post on my news feed that motherfucker KS died. Okay, I'm gonna read you guys this. And when I read this myself, it was just like a natural reaction. I had to celebrate. I was like, woo! I hope it is so, because it's been a long time coming. I feel like this dude should have been demolished, yo. He should have been wiped off. I actually thought he was going to get canceled. But even better, yo. Okay, so this is posted by Black with No Chaser. I'm going to read you guys the post. It says, breaking news. We've received insight from sources close to the situation that KS, I'm not going to say his name, but I guess now that he's dead, presumably we could say his name. I don't like to feed into like stupid shit, negativity. And so I never said his name, though I have referenced him in my videos, saying how disgusted I am with his rhetoric and his hate speech towards black women in particular. Always dogging out black women. And got a slew of ignorant black men following behind him. It's like we already are divided as a people, right? We already have forces against us. What more else do we need to divide us? And then in comes this nothingness. When I sit up here and spew his negativity, I couldn't. I just couldn't. And I didn't know really about him. I think I came across him from this guy on when I was chatting with on his dating site, and he mentions KS, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? And he thought that I knew. He assumed that I knew who the hell he was. I'm like, I don't follow ignorance. Like, I'm very detached from a lot of shit that the majority of people get hyped up about and follow. That's not me. It's not my forte. And so I had to go and look at who this person was, and I saw one post. That's all it took, one post from him where he was dogging out this woman, and he was doing like these live coaching sessions, offering women advice, but giving them terrible advice, like implanting in them like negative shit, yo. And in the video, he was asking this woman, like, oh, trying to make her feel like she was less than, right? And you got people that vouch for him. They say, oh, well, no, he's just giving it to women as is they supposed to get it, and he's telling the truth. And it's just like, no, sweetheart, that's not how you deliver truth. And that is not the truth. Like the things that he would say. So the thing that turned me off, right? Because I never was turned on, but I really was so disgusted by this guy when I saw that video where he was telling this black woman, he was asking her a series of questions, right? And he was saying, how would you rate yourself? And I think she initially gave herself like a high number, like an 8 or 9 or 10. And he was like, well, how would you rate Beyonce? And then she said, like a 10. He was like, well, you going to rate yourself equivalent to Beyonce. It was just like very berating. And he's trying to just rip away at her self-esteem. And nah, and that was enough for me. But you can tell that something is negative, right? They say, look at the fruit that the tree bears. And I've come across a good number of black men who try to like want to hit on me and talk to me, but they're falling behind this crap. And I'm like, no, you have to have your own mind. This is not black empowerment. You're not uniting black men and women. You're turning black men against women. Clear as day. So yes, I just rejoiced to see that. Okay, so this is a post I saw by Black with No Chaser in Washington, D.C. It's a breaking news. We've received insight from sources close to the situation that KS, podcaster and often controversial relationship commentator, he is like diabolical. He's beyond controversial. Has passed away after police were called to the scene in what appears to be an accidental death, right? I had to rejoice. I was like, I shouted so loud. I was like, woo! Yes, y'all don't understand. A lot of women are rejoicing. Black women, because, we are the mothers of this earth. And for any man, especially a black man, it's like one thing when white people castigate us and put us down, but it's a whole nother level when a black man does it. Come on. Come the fuck on, That shit irked me, and I never followed him. I couldn't listen to him. Other people talk about him, I'm just like, So I'm going to read some of these comments, which I find to be interesting. Some of them are very hilarious. Okay, so somebody says nonsense. Somebody said, and you can tell, like, the followers of this dude, right? Because it's just, they're ignorant. They don't have any respect for black women. They probably hate their mothers. It's just a continuous, perpetual cycle. This person says, if he is dead, y'all still going to be single mothers. And no high-value man is going to want you. What the fuck is that to say? You see, like, this is a kind of rhetoric. Sounds very MGTOW-ish. Yes, the player can die, but the game never changed. LOL, but he's like laughing. These laughing emojis. Like, you see? And somebody says, he's not dead. Fake news. That would be so disappointing. I bet this was made up by a single hurt baby mama. Everybody's saying, is this for real? Karma is a bitch, yes. And she came to collect. Like, you can't do that. You don't do that. You don't do harm to women. You don't sit up here and try to disrupt the connection between the natural. This is a natural, divine order of things between the black man and the black woman, and think that you're gonna live. Like, no, that shit, you're not gonna live. It's not gonna stand. I look at it as like, it's just a natural order of things coming to disrupt what was already destruction anyway. You can't violate the divine feminine mother and live long. Take notes. Exactly. Take notes. Exactly. People are laughing. In honor of his passing, I'm having some delicious leftovers. Tastes good when it settles in the fridge. Too bad the man didn't live long enough to know that all you have to do is throw barbecue sauce on day-old smoked chicken or throw it in the air fryer. It must be an inside joke. Oh, well, I guess all chicken is smoked in hell. So somebody says, after reading these comments, I would never protect another black woman. You never wanted to. You never wanted to. You see how people are willing to vouch for evil, This man spewed evil. He was nothing good for the black community. Black men took the bait, though. Black, and it's not just him, right? This is just a prototype, an example of what's happening with the division in the black community, right? With this, I can always call him a fake ass life coach. Um, very destructive life coach. He, a relationship coach. There are female versions of him, right? What he was to black men was like a band-aid, right? It's like a false panacea, a false illusion of what black men felt was the answer to their problems, essentially. And it made black men feel empowered on the surface, but it's not getting at the root of the problem, right? So, of course, black men and black women alike are very marginalized people, oppressed people, people who just have been put through the ringer. And the outcome of that is what? It's people who don't esteem themselves high, people who are filled with self-hatred, anger, a lot of negative things. And here is this person who seems a promise to a gender of a race, right? To black men, and saying things that, yes, it makes them feel empowered, but at the expense of who? Their counterpart, right? If we're talking about the survival of a race, for a race to continue on and even to survive, let alone thrive, you can't have one without the other, right? You need the black woman for the black man. So it makes no sense to try to pin a black woman against a black man, and that's essentially what his rhetoric was about. It was putting black women down and trying to elevate black. You don't have to put black women down to elevate the black man. The issue, the oppression that we experience, right, in this division that was already between us, that's already at play between the black man and the black woman, really is a function of racial oppression, right? So instead of us going to bat with each other, why not attack the real enemy? Why not pinpoint and uncover the root of the problem? But going at each other, that's silly, and I never wanted to take part in that. And I know, like, it's entertainment for a lot of people, and they got sucked up into this whole madness of the black man, the black woman, and all of that, going back and forth with each other. But I never was about that. That's not progressive. If anything, we should be trying to find ways to unite, and instead of trying to put black women down, right? This whole idea, the stuff that he would spew is basically the black version of MGTOW, men going their own way. And I made a whole video about that a couple years ago when I was back in LA. What the hell is MGTOW? But it's a very toxic philosophy that men who felt like they've gotten the short end of the stick, and this thing is multi-layered. Men who don't feel value themselves, right, based on their own oppression in society, take it on women. They take it out on women. You would think that you would want to unite with the woman, right? Unite with your counterpart. But no, they take it out on women, putting women down, saying they don't need women, devaluing women, making women feel less than. Right? To say that, oh, as a woman ages, her value decreases. Like, what is this? Like, just think about that. There was a time in history where we valued wisdom. We valued the elders. Oh, it was the older you got, the more valuable you are, right? So to say that a person is insignificant, specifically targeted towards women, you're insignificant and your value decreases as you age. But then meanwhile say, oh, well, other materialistic things appreciate in value. Right? A thing has value based on what we ascribe it. Right? So to create this narrative this social narrative regarding a demographic, your own demographic, right? You're like the black woman. Like, to me, it's stupid. It's insidious, and the fact that not just thousands but millions of black men were buying into this philosophy and this narrative and acting upon it. It gets you nowhere. So let's keep reading the comments, because yes, I'm happy. If it is true, I am happy. We don't need this toxicity in our community. We just don't. You don't need it on the internet. You don't need this in people's heads. And for men to say, oh, well, the game is still alive and it's still going to, who knows, it could grow stronger, right? That philosophy, that's like, it's like whatever a person was a proponent of, though they may die, whatever that they vouch for, whatever their mission was, it just gets stronger, essentially, right? It fuels the fire. He says, after reading these comments, I will never protect another black woman again. You never did. The white man can have his way with you. That's what you wanted anyway. Right? This is a test to pull out the true nature of people. This is what you wanted anyway. That's how you already thought towards a black woman. The white man can have his way with you. I'm gone. Turn the other cheek. Y'all up here evil, wishing death on a person just because y'all ain't agree. It's not about just not agreeing, yo. This man, like I already said, and I have to keep reiterating, he was no good for the black community. More than no good. He was a destruction. Almost worse than white supremacy. Accidental death from what? It's sad that people are really happy that a person passed away. It's not a person passed away. A person that has caused so much harm to relationships. And he's touting himself to be a relationship coach. No. At the end of the day, follow my Instagram. Yes, people are rejoicing, and I did rejoice. When I came across this post on my timeline, I shouted, yo. I let out like a war cry, like a rejoicing belch from the bottom of my stomach, from the bottom of my soul. I had to just, yes, it's so invigorating. It's so enlivening. It's so refreshing. Yes, it is to see this. It's almost like, okay, justice. But this is just the beginning. There's no confirmation, but of course there's going to be another one to fill his shoes, right? If it is true. I got memes, yo. There is no confirmation from any credible sources, so as of now, there is no real report on this. People are in disbelief. That's just like, what is that celebrity? People, I forget who it was, but it was like this person was in the hospital and they were like, yeah, this person is like, the word got out that the person was dead, but the word got out kind of like underground. People didn't believe the sources because it was like underground sources. People don't believe anything unless a white man tell them, right? And so until it hit mainstream media outlets, people were like, nah, that's not true. This person didn't die. And then 10, 20 minutes later, mainstream media outlets verified and confirmed, yes, this person is dead, right? I forget who the fuck was this. This just happened like a couple months ago. It's mostly obese women that's hating. No, not obese. And it's not hating. It's just like, get this freaking dust bucket out the way. Y'all know damn well that fool ain't dead. Stop all that crying and being shot. Nah. Yo, the comments are lit. Yes. Such a huge relief. Why would they say that? To my damn, not the single, unattractive, overweight baby mamas wishing death. That's not. But you see, this is like the self-hatred spewing itself, right? Rearing its ugly head, essentially. This is the self-hate that people have. And that's what he triggered. That's what he revealed in men. He brought it out, right? He was just the impetus for it, right? To kind of to trigger what was already in a person, right? To pull it out of them. That's what he did. He showed you, okay, this is what's deep inside these men. It was more revealing about the black man than the women that he was interviewing on his show. Because you get to see the true nature of men when they start to open their mouth and speak on a black woman. Crazy how many people happy about this. Yeah. The only ones that's mad is these black men. And it's crazy. I get it. Yes, a black man, yo. Honestly, when you look at the hierarchy in our society, unfortunately, this is just the way things have been set up. That, of course, black men are at the bottom. Think about that. Black men are at the bottom. The black woman is above the black man. But we both are at the bottom, right? We are each other's reflection, essentially. And then every other race is above us, socioeconomically, politically speaking. And so it makes sense that these black men will esteem this this nothingness as God, right, and their savior, when he's speaking negatively about the black woman. You see that? Like, this shit is deep. Because the black woman is a reflection of the black man. So it's just he's reflecting back to these men, reflecting in their face, showing them a mirror of who they are, which they don't see and seeing themselves as high value. So, of course, you're going to look at the black woman as not high value and putting the black woman down. That's essentially what's happening here and what's been happening. And so, yes, people are rejoicing because this man meant no good. He meant extreme harm towards the black community. He's already done significant harm, brainwashing the minds. And I hate to say this, granted, I am a follower, right, of Nature Boy. His birth name is Eligio Bishop, but he actually just got arrested, and he was the leader of, they call it a cult or whatever. I call it a tribe, because I believe that he set out with good intentions. It's just, that's how what happens, get infiltrated, and you become intoxicated by the fame, right? The popularity, I would say, that he got over the years, interrupted with social media, and he just went downhill from there, right? It's like he got distracted and thrown off his course for his mission that he was set out to accomplish. But in his rise and all the popularity and the pride that he was engulfed in, he became abusive towards his tribal members, especially the women. And he just got arrested. So it's just like, nature is going to take its course. What's bound to happen is going to happen, whether you like it or not. A lot of people are dissatisfied. They're not happy with the fact that Nature Boy got arrested, right? He's based out in Atlanta, Georgia. He got arrested, and he's in DeKalb County Jail right now. But sometimes karma has a weird way of just showing up, and it happens, yo. It happens, and so it's just, it's karma. Cosmic clearing. Karma. Wait, what? Somebody said proof. And they left a YouTube video. Hold on, let's see. What is this? Oh gosh, yo, they got freaking pictures of hospital bed. Is he really dead? The golden question everyone wants to know. Alright, so I'm about to end this video. I just had to share my excitement with you guys and my rejoice. Yes, I am relieved, as many beautiful African queens should be. People like that don't deserve to live and to tarnish the image of the sacred black woman. Are you kidding me? No. I'm just here to collect memes and wish black women. What? Ah. What sources? Alright, but anyway, I'm about to end this video. My laptop is about to die. Drop your comments below. Oh, on another note, I just found out that YouTube created this new thing where you guys can leave like super comments, right? After the video has been posted, in the comment section, you can purchase these super gifts where most of the donation will come to me, but it actually allows your comment to be highlighted. I think that's pretty cool. It's just like, okay, YouTube. So I just activated that on my YouTube channel for all of my videos. So feel free to try it out, you guys, and show your support. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Drop your comments below. Who else is celebrating? It's not that we're celebrating the death of a black man, per se. We're celebrating the death of what he stood for, right? And the fact that he no longer can spew that. People just worship this man. Like, every word that came out of his mouth was golden, was truth, and it wasn't. It was lies. It was hate. It was hate speech towards a black woman. So people are celebrating the fact that that is no longer here. If the sources are true. Catch you guys in the next one.